What's up, guys? That's right, you saw the title. Another great video with Matt Mckeever. Always amazing to catch up with him. In this video, we talked about everything. We talked about business, how to buy more properties, how to make more money, how to live a better life, how to be more productive, how just to kick more ass in general. It was an all-around amazing conversation. I can't wait for you guys to see it. But head over to his channel, just type in Matt Mckeever on YouTube. Head over there, because yesterday I actually did an interview on his channel, and I'll be on that channel again tomorrow with another exclusive interview. So subscribe to him. Amazing channel, tons of free content there as well, and I'll see you in a little bit. My name is Matt Piche, aka the Fruitful Investor. I grew up in a middle-class family, and all I've ever wanted was freedom. By the age of 30, I became a self-made multi-millionaire, all from real estate investing. Follow me on my journey to travel the world when I want, where I want, while continuing to build a killer real estate business. Let's get it. What's up, Fruitful Investors? I'm here with Matt Mckeever. If you want to see my interviews on his channel, make sure you go check out subscribe to his YouTube channel. So many great tips, so much mentorship. He's a great guy to follow. Let's get right into it and ask you, Matt, how did you start off with real estate investing? How did you get into this?
Yeah, thanks, Matt, for having me, and always fun to be on your channel. So the way I originally got started in real estate investing, like a lot of people, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, that was the gateway drug for me into this entire world of self-development, real estate investing, all that good stuff. So I was fortunate enough to read it in my last year of university. So back then, I was living in a house with like 5 other buddies, right? And one of the guys living in the house, his dad was rich. He owned like this tire manufacturing company. Yeah. And Jake and I, we knew we wanted to be rich, but we had no idea how to get rich. Like just straight up, we're like, we want to be rich, but we've got no formula there. And we literally just went to Jake's dad and we're like, you're rich. Can you tell us how to get rich? And he was like, read this book. And it was Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And that was the spark for me. So ever since reading that book, I just started consuming all kinds of different books on the subject matter. So a lot of the books that I'm sure a lot of your audience will recognize, The Wealthy Barber, The Millionaire Next Door, all that good stuff. And then 5 years later, when I was 25, I bought my first property, and it was a house hack situation. So bought an underperforming student rental, moved into one of the bedrooms. There was a girl already living in the house, so she stayed with it. And then I had 3 of my buddies move in and just kind of figured out a way to live for free. Because in my opinion, one of the most attractive things about real estate investing is if you can find a way to live for free, you're so much further ahead than the average Canadian, right? The average Canadian spend 30-40% of their income on shelter.
Yeah, and everybody thinks they have to own their own house or have the house all to themselves. Like, I wish I did that too when I started off, and I always say that. I wish I bought a duplex, lived in one unit, and rented the other one out and lived for free. It's like when I started off, I was so stressed out. I had like a very low income. I was a carpenter. I had to pay for this new mortgage I had. It was like super stressful. If I had somebody else pay my mortgage, it would have been so much faster, especially as a young real estate investor. So like, would you recommend house hacking for most young investors or?
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be the very first thing I would recommend, especially because not only does house hacking allow you to live for free if you do it right, which honestly, think like people talk about the latte factor, trying to save $1 here or there. If you can live for free, that means you're already 30 to 40% ahead of the average Canadian. Like, it's going to be very hard for you to trim the fat on your budget anywhere else other than living for free. The second one is there's an added benefit when you're house hacking or say living in an apartment rather than a full house. When you're young, you know, when you buy your first real house, all your friends, all your family, they're going to start pressuring you to buy all new furniture. Oh man, you need a new car for your new house. So you got a new car in the new garage, you know, get that leather well, we wouldn't have leather furniture, but like a lot of people get advised, like buy that leather furniture, stuff like that. And all of a sudden you thought buying the house hurts your finances, but dropping another $20,000 to $40,000 furnishing it and just doing it all up, that's where it really starts to sink in and slow people down. And when you first get out of university, that's the time that I think you really want to start ramping up your financial success, not like set yourself back for a year or two and all of a sudden have to play catch up.
Totally. I think the biggest key point, all of that straight up, is that millennials aren't willing to eat shit, especially our generation, especially and younger than us. They're not willing to put in the work. And that's the biggest thing I see holding people back is just nobody wants to eat shit anymore. Like, what's up with that? What do you think?
Yeah, I've got a team of young wholesalers that work for me now, and they're all like very driven, very motivated. But at the same time, I can always see in the back of their mind, they're thinking there's some silver bullet. There's some trick that I haven't shared with them yet in order for them to succeed even on a greater level than what they're currently going through. So for this, like for the month of April and the month of May, our theme has just been, are you the hardest working person in the room? If you're the hardest working person in the room, I can guarantee that if you keep at it, you will get that success and you will beat everyone else.
I think that's like the biggest thing for both of us, that we can attribute our success to just working harder than everybody else. And the funny thing is that you don't have to work that hard, because most people just don't work at all. So like the bar is so fucking low.
Yes.
That you jump over it. It's not that hard. Like my whole career, like when I look back, when I was a carpenter, when I started off as a realtor, now as an investor, it's just outworking everybody else. But the bar is so low. Like, don't think we're working 18 hours a day every day. Some days, not every day. But like the bar is so low, guys. Like if you just work hard for 8 hours, you're already crushing everybody. If you work for 10 to 12 on some days, you're guaranteed going to be wealthy. Like it's not that hard.
To me, like the thing I keep telling my team is, you guys want the ultimate cheat code to life? I was like, it's hard work. I was like, the way that I know that I'm going to beat everyone else whenever I commit to something is I'm just like, worst case scenario, I'll just cheat and work hard.
Yeah.
Like I'll just work twice as long. I'll just put in twice as much work. It doesn't matter. Like if I decide that I'm going to win at something, I'll cheat and I'll work harder.
That's like this video's done. That's it. Like that's the biggest takeaway. But like I would say the same kind of thing. It's just obsession. Like nobody's more obsessed than I am, man. Like that's what I always think. Like that's all it is. Like I only know like 3 or 4 of us personally in our group, and you're one of them, is we're just obsessed. And a lot of people just aren't. They're just not. And it's not being obsessed with just like work itself. They're just obsessed with the goal. Like, you know, with being financially free, with, let's say your thing is traveling. Let's say your thing is getting a 6-pack abs. Whatever your thing is, it's just being obsessed about it. And when you are, you're going to win every time. Like that's the secret to life. Like I keep learning that as I get older, right? We're only like 31, 32. Yeah. Right?
Well, and so the thing is, like I'm sure people listening to this right now might be like, oh, duh, bros. Like, I get it. But trust me, every single year I look back on the previous version of myself. I'm like, that lazy motherfucker. He's held me back from so much success because he wasn't working hard enough. And I know that a year from now, I'm going to look back at this version of myself. I'm going to be like, that lazy fucker. He's holding me back from more success.
Yeah, like I love the year in reviews on Instagram or Facebook, because like some people, they're like, oh, it's the same year as last year. Like they're in the same spot as last year. Like every year I get like a memory update. I'm like, dude, like, can you believe how much happened last year? Like I always talk to Rachel. I'm like, can you believe last year we were here and now we're here? Like it's insane. Every year the growth is insane. And most people are just like, I don't know, I'm just at the same job. Like they're not excelling at all. Like awful.
Absolutely. And it's so unfortunate because I think honestly, a lot of us, we're waiting for permission. The school system, our parents, a lot of society trains us to wait for permission. Ask to go to the bathroom, ask to do this, do this assignment this way, and you'll get this mark. And once you get out of the schooling system, guys, like no one's going to give you permission to succeed. You have to take ownership of your personal situation and just lean into it and make the most of every opportunity, because like it's honestly so easy to get a hold of guys like Matt Piche or myself or anyone that you aspire to becoming. You can literally send them a DM on social media. Maybe they don't respond the first day. You could set a reminder in your phone, and every single day, if you message them, like I guarantee, Matt, if someone was to DM you 30 days in a row at the same time and offering to provide value for you, you'd probably jump on a call. You'd probably reach out to them, because I know I would too. But yet so many people, they'll send a DM once that's like, hey, will you mentor me? And it's just like.
Or they'll ask like, yo, what's the paint color on the wall? I'm like, dude, get the course and find out. like you can't ask for something without, offering something. Like I answer every damn DM. And that's I'm still trying to do that in my point in my career now. Maybe in a couple of years, that'd be too hard. But every DM pretty much gets answered. But the ones that ask the dumb questions, like, where do you get that flooring? I'm not going to answer you. Like, you have to give me something, or get my renovation course. You get all my products, bro. And then come back and be like, hey, Matt, I bought your course. Where did you get the flooring? Now I'm going to answer you because you've given me something, and I'm going to give you something.
As well, it shows a certain level of commitment, right? Like the problem is with the dude asking for the paint color, or like what bank do you do your mortgages at? Like I'm going to give you that answer, and it's not going to solve shit for you because your mindset's not right. You're not even in the right, like, you're not in the right stage of learning yet, in my opinion, in order to, like, take advantage. Like, I could literally tell you my vendor for everything. It's not going to solve that problem for you. But building upon the idea that you were saying there, Matt, of providing value, like, that's the way we originally got connected, right? Yeah. I had just started my YouTube channel. It was a lot smaller than yours. Like, you were at, like, 400-ish subscribers. And, like, I remember at that time, I was like, holy shit. Like, this is, and, like, to be fair, like, you were one of the largest Canadian real estate investing YouTubers at the time, and you still are. And, like, I was like, this is cool. I think I maybe had 200, and I was like, okay, like, his channel is twice as big as mine, so, like, I'm going to need to really, like, try and do it. And I was just like, hey, Matt, I'd love to do some videos with you for my YouTube channel, just kind of promote your channel if you want to sit down. Like, that's how you build those relationships, in my opinion. Yeah,
to give and get. You have to give something and get something. Like, that's the secret to this whole video, man. Give something and work hard.
Yes. Yeah.
So what would you say for a new real estate investor who needs to work hard? How can they grow the real estate investing business? What do you say for them? How should they do it?
Yeah, and I think the biggest reason people aren't going to work hard is they don't directly understand how that hard work is going to get them their goals. And I think the reason for that is people are they're way too vague with their goals, right? Like, people will come to me, and I'm sure you get it all the time too, Matt, where they're like, I want to get rich with real estate, or I want to be a millionaire. Yep. I'm like, okay, that's a good theme or a good concept, but that's not really a goal. We need to really get dialed in here, because what happens when you get really specific about your goals, and for anyone that's new to the idea of goal setting, I really recommend, like, Google SMART goals. So SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. And if your goals are that, it becomes so much easier for you to make decisions, because now you know exactly what you're trying to accomplish. So you can easily gauge opportunities against whether they're going to help you accomplish that goal or not. So when someone comes to me with a property and they're like, should I do this flip? I'm like, what are you trying to do? Should you even be a flipper? You know, what's your profit margin on this? And does that fit within the business model you set? Like, I'm sure for you, Matt, it's very easy to figure out whether you want to buy a property and do a flip or not, because you probably just got a base model, right? You're like, if I don't make this amount of profit, screw it.
Exactly. And going back, like, when you're clear on your goals and clear about your life and where you want to go, it feeds the obsession. See, a lot of people aren't obsessed because they don't know where they want to go. They don't know what to obsess about. When you're like, dude, I do single family properties in Kitchener, and I want this much money so that I can live in Costa Rica for 6 months or 12 months a year, chill on the beach, you know, work out, eat coconuts. Dude, that fuels me up. Like, that is what gets me obsessed. People don't have that clarity, so they're just like, I don't know, I'm just gonna go buy a house. Like, they have no idea what they're trying to accomplish, so they're not obsessed.
Yeah, and then you get stuck in this analysis paralysis, right? Because you're like, is this a good deal? I don't know. Would Matt Piche do this deal? Would Matt Mckeever do this deal? They usually talk about better deals on their channel, so I'm going to say no to this. But again, the problem is you don't have any criteria to make decisions, and you're just going to get lost. And what ends up happening with a lot of new investors, I see they then start focusing on red herrings. They're like, if the Matts would just tell me the perfect corporate structure, then I could go be a real estate investor. If they would just tell me which bank account or which mortgage to get, then I'll be successful. Yeah, it's all this stupid stuff that doesn't, like, you can figure that stuff out as you go. And that's what I always tell new clients or coaching clients. It's just like, you're worrying about shit that doesn't matter. Like, hit that bridge when you get there. Just get clear today on what you want out of life. How can the real estate business get you there to that goal in life? And then figure out the metrics, like you said. How much should this profit in order to fund, you know, my goal? And then work that way. And then as you start buying properties, call the accountant. Oh, hey, I'm buying 3 properties a month. How should I do it? Oh, you should do it like this. For example, like a couple weeks ago, I talked to my accountant because I'm getting into private lending now. So we're selling a bunch of our properties to private land to make that easy, passive, fruitful money so that I can live on the beach without worrying about life. And I was asking him, like, okay, I'm going to have this much money at the end of the year. I'm selling all my properties. How should I do the lending? Should it be in my corp or should it be my personal name? And he was saying all this mumbo jumbo. Oh, you should do this because blah, blah, blah. I was just like, dude, I don't get it. Corporation or person? He's like, corporation. Thank you. Click. Like, it's simple. Worry about all that detail stuff later. Yeah, and there's experts, right? Like, you don't have to become an expert on corporate structure. Like the Fruitful investor, there's no reason that you need to spend 7 years to become a CPA so you know what corporate structure. Just hire someone.
Taxes. You're a tax man. I don't know anything about it, right? Matt Mckeever's an accountant originally, so he knows a lot about that. I don't know anything about that. My accountant takes care of that. He tells me, Matt, you gotta do this. Cool, thanks. Next deal. That's what I'm good at, right?
Yeah, and so we can like buy solutions so easily to a lot of those small problems that a lot of beginner investors are going to build up into these big scary things.
Totally.
And then like beyond getting clear on your goals, the next piece of advice I would give a new investor is simply make sure that you're buying a deal. So if you buy right, you can, and I'm sure you'll agree, Matt, you can almost screw up everything else and it'll work out for you. It may not work out ideally, but it'll work out. If you buy wrong, you can do everything else right and you still won't be able to fix that situation. Yeah. So the biggest mistake I see new investors make is they delude themselves into something's a deal. Like, ooh, this property would sell for $499 on the MLS. Yeah. I've got it for $483. I've got a deal.
Yeah, especially if you're gonna flip. Like those gotta be deals. Like that's the thing for me is like they gotta be pretty good deals because I'm a coward when it comes to money, dude. I hate losing money. It terrifies me. So like we buy properties at such a low kind of discount for flips that like literally like nothing can go wrong. Like for me, like okay, I'm flipping a townhouse right now. It's this super sweet townhouse, super high end. I'm gonna sell it for $500. I hope so. That's what I gotta sell it for. I'm gonna be all into the deal for like $426. I calculated. So like I have to sell the property for like $435 to break even. That's impossible. Like that's never gonna happen. That townhouse is never gonna sell for only $435. Let's say I fuck up and it sells for $460. Oh, cool. I still made like 25, 30K. Shit. You know what I mean? Like, so you're buying probably such good deals that like you can't lose, and that's like if you do that, that's what it's all about, man. Like just protecting your ass.
Yeah, 100%. So I think the two biggest goals, or the two biggest takeaways, guys, you should have is, get clear on what your goal is. And I think one of the biggest problems is people just don't spend any real time doing that. Like if you haven't spent, like, and I know because I follow you on social, Matt, but like every New Year's Eve, right? Like you do your vision board and like you actually have like a little party where you get together and do the vision board thing. And if you guys aren't spending at least a couple hours a year on your goals and like planning what those goals are, like I have to question whether you're committed to it, right?
Yeah, like that's all I do is plan. Like Rachel always laughs at me because like literally like 10 times a fucking day, I'm on the calculator. Just how much I gotta make on this one? What if I private lend at this rate? What if I sell this property? Like she's like, Matt, put down the calculator. Like I'm always planning all the time. Like that's the level again, like of obsession. Like just focus on the goal and the lifestyle, and it's awesome. I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything. Like I love this.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, I think one of the keys is like you wear your goals, right? Like you literally talk about Costa Rica and that lifestyle nonstop. A lot of your social media is built around it. Yeah. Where again, I find a lot of new investors, they're literally scared to say what their real goal is. Awful. They're scared to say that they want to quit their job and make $5,000 or $10,000 a month through real estate investing. Yeah. And if you're not willing to say your goal, do you really believe in it? Are you willing to put in the hard work necessary to achieve it?
Totally. Like I always put it out there because it keeps me accountable, and I'm like, dude, I gotta do it now. And like literally everything that I've said, like we do. Like we're on track to hitting everything I want because I put it out there and I talk about it all the time. If I don't do it, I'm gonna look like a real idiot, won't I? Right? So like that's why I do it, man. Like put your goals out there, talk about them, feel them, like getting into some hippy dippy shit, but that's me, man.
Yeah.
Like, the more you feel the goals and get obsessed, like you're gonna hit them. It's easy.
Yeah, and I used to really be a nuts and bolts type investor, and all the stuff we're talking about, I'd be like, that's woo-woo bullshit. Yeah. Like, give me the nuts and bolts. I just need to know what bank account. But trust me, guys, that really isn't the answer to your problem. Like, you're not one answer away. You're a mindset away from success. And that's really what it comes down to, in my opinion. So make sure you get clear on that goal, that you're willing to wear your goal. So I challenged all my wholesalers. They literally had to write down their goal for the next 6 months and they have to post it somewhere in the house that they'll see every single day. So again, like I just want them to be reminded of it, right? I've got written down here my goals for age 40, 45, and 50. Dude. I'm 35 right now, so that's a 5, 10, and 15-year plan.
Want to share the 50 goal just a little bit? Give us a little taste. What's the 50?
Yeah, so like my goals are big, hairy, audacious, like scary goals. So I want my own society or country. So I don't know exactly what that looks like. It's a 15-year plan that's going to take a while. But what's crazy about having crazy ass goals, I can remember being 25 and like at parties, I used to have a countdown on my phone, guys, that was counting down to my 35th birthday. Yeah. So I made a deal with myself on my 25th birthday that I would absolutely quit the rat race no matter what in 10 years. And so I downloaded an app that would count down the days to my 31st birthday. So like I'd be at parties and stuff and people would be like, what's new with you, man? And I'd be like, oh, I'm like 2,533 days away from retirement. How about yourself? And like, it was obviously a bit of a joke, but for me, I love hiding my big goals in humor because it makes it safe. So like when I say something like I want my own country and my own society, like everyone kind of laughs and rolls their eyes. And I'm like, okay, I was allowed to put it out there. And like no one was like, that's fucking crazy, man. He was just like hiding it in a little bit of humor.
Totally. I love it. That's some big goals, man. I love it. Yeah,
man.
This has been a crazy video. Lots of so many bombs dropped. Let's circle back. Be obsessed. Eat shit if you're young to get shit. Focus. Be clear on your goals. Any last things you want to talk about?
Yeah, just buy right, guys. If you do those 4 things Matt talked about and then make sure you're buying deals, you got it. That's the secret formula. A
secret, man. Guys, just work hard. Matt, where can all these viewers find you? Because you got a lot of good stuff to share, man.
Absolutely. Anywhere social media is, I intend to be there, so you'll find me. But YouTube's definitely my bread and butter, so I'd love it when people subscribe, hit the like button, follow along with the journey. But again, reach out to me, any social media platform. We're even on TikTok.
Oh, damn, making those sweet songs.
We're doing TikTok dailies, man. I just want more content.
Nice. All right, guys, follow Matt Mckeever, subscribe to his channel, subscribe to my channel right under here. Hit that like button so we can see more of each other in the next video. I'll see you in the next video.